The only Black woman lawmaker in the West Virginia Legislature, Delegate Walker, was sent a racist, hateful email for her support of abortion rights for women. The photo says, "What do you think the coward hiding under his dunce cap and face mask thinks every time he hears about a Black child has been aborted? Be pro-life as if your race depended on it. It's the American thing to do." The Berkeley County, West Virginians for Life Group president said he sent the email. He has since stepped down from his position. Delegate Walker is one of many Black women lawmakers fighting for reproductive rights. She joins us now from Morgantown, West Virginia. Welcome, Delegate Walker. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me on the show. I am very excited. Actually, I am in Charleston. We are in the midst of legislative session. And these abortion bills are coming at us from across the United States. And it could be more dire than right now.
Right. So please tell us about what's happening. The legislature is voting on a 15-week abortion ban. Talk a little bit about that.
We actually voted on that ban today. It is disgusting. This is a decision between a patient and a physician. We tried an amendment that was going to help people who had been raped or sexually assaulted. It was voted down on party lines. And this is what we are seeing across the United States. We see it in Texas. We see it in Mississippi. We see it in Florida. But this is disgusting, West Virginia.
Yeah, and to be clear, this is not, the 15-week deadline is not a science-based deadline, right? It's just an arbitrary date that they've put out there to be restrictive and really just exert control over women's bodies. Now let's talk a little bit about this email. So from what I understand, you alone were sent this email, despite the fact that you're one of several lawmakers who've been fighting for reproductive rights. Tell us a little bit about that.
You are correct. I received this email on February 1st, the first day of Black History Month. And I don't think that that's a coincidence.
Right.
Myself and another colleague, Delegate Evan Hansen, introduced legislation to repeal all the abortion bans in the state of West Virginia.
Okay.
I don't understand why I was the only one targeted, but I do understand why I was the only one targeted.
Right.
Delegate Hansen is Jewish, and how insensitive to send this as intimidation to the only Black woman serving in both the House and the Senate and the West Virginia Legislature.
Absolutely. And as we discussed earlier, as I mentioned earlier, the chapter person who sent this has stepped down, but I read his response and it sounds like gaslighting, you know, trying to say that he didn't realize or he didn't think that it was a racial thing. I mean, it was a KKK hood. You can call it a dunce cap, but we all know what doggone KKK hood looks like. What is your reaction to, you know, him not taking accountability for the racist nature of that message?